All right, folks, welcome back. If it's your first time here, welcome aboard. If you were here on the previous video and it is your first time or second time here, again, welcome aboard. If you've been here before, I thank you for coming back and visiting the channel. Um, no, don't like that either. So I'm doing just a sort of pre-recorded live. Is that what we're calling these things? I guess we are. Hopefully my audio is on point here, and I am trying to do. Well, I just realized what I needed to do. All right, here we go. I was trying to find my way through these. So I'm doing a sample of bubblish, wild and woolly and crazy lettering that I do. But I needed to make this a little bit thicker. Uh-huh. And here we go. So as I was saying in the prior video, the part one to this part two, hopefully this is what I think I might do a part three. So I'm gonna ink this as soon as I'm done with it. You know what? We're gonna introduce this A to the D connected here. I don't know why, but it's the habit of drawing in 3D. Um, as you can tell, I'm having a hard time drawing in 2D, which would be just the basic simple um, letter here, which is a W in a ribbon shape, and a ribbon has only two dimensions really, the top, the bottom, or either side, but not. It doesn't have much width to it, if any at all. Well, it has it, but I think you guys get my meaning. I wonder if I can just do. Oh, you know what? I can. We're gonna do a little merger here. We're gonna get all these letters to be friends. All right, hold on. Oh, and for some reason I like arrowheads pointing in some random direction, but I'm gonna keep these lines fluid. Not. I don't want a lot of sharp corners when I do my lettering. Non-traditional, non-technical lettering. And that doesn't work either because too many points. You want to vary the look of your lettering to some degree. And I just noticed that on the ribbon too. Let's take that and do. Well, I got an idea. Okay, hold on. Stay with me, folks. Here we go. All right, we're gonna have some. What do they call those? Knuckle. All right. Okay, that's that's usually four, not three, but maybe I'll put one. Drop one here. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna have to take a look at the recording as we record this video to make sure that this now actually seems to gain a three-dimensional look at the top when it was originally that ribbon. You know what? I don't like that. I should have left it a ribbon. Sometimes when you're sorry for the noise, I'm inside a cafe and as before. Guess we're gonna keep it 100 by just doing this and keeping it. Yeah. All right, I can take care of that line later. This line is way too thin. See if you know what I'm tempted to join, and I'm going to follow my heart's desire. So also, if I could help you all in any way with your drawing or your design work, anyone out there that wants to start drawing, I don't think I'd be of much use to maybe folks that have already been drawing for many years, which is where that's my background. Uh, and for those who might be interested, I'm not currently teaching, and I don't teach, but I suppose this is a form of teaching. If I had my tutorials, but I'm just kind of a little scared to call them tutorials. Well, no, they are tutorials of how I do what I do, not necessarily what you should do. I think teachers are good at showing certain students or all students that. I'm not, so I don't want to call myself that. I'm just going to go with the simple uh, I'm showing you what I do and how I do it, and this is way off. You can tell, I'm sure, from your point of view, that there we go. Here we go. I'm trying to avoid these sharp lines that should not be there, since I'm not drawing the two-dimensional surface of a three-dimensional structure to be, a building, a tank, etc., etc. That is too thin. So this space should be about here. I know most people think there can't be that much that goes into lettering, and you'd be surprised. To all the letterers out there, comic book letterers, my hat is off to you because it is painstaking work, and it is an art form in and of itself. Uh, Gosh, I remember well-known comic artists, but also well-known to me, and I'm sure the people in the know, artists that were, I should say, letterers. Many of them were artists themselves, like Jim Novak, uh, Glennis Oliver. I think she has another last name now since she was married years ago. Took her married name. I don't know what it is though. And then, there's so many. Too many for me to recall right now as I'm doing this. All right, so Right Life Draw, the name of the channel. Yes, I'm sure you all saw that coming. No mysteries here, no secrets there. Let's check for time, shall we? All right, we're at 6 minutes. Let's do about 8 more. Let me set a timer here and start. All right, so here we go. Let's see if I can not move the board and get this done. I don't know why this looks like a coffee cup up here, doesn't it? All right, I might change it on the inking. All right, so what I'm going to do is just go over this. I was thinking I needed to design something for the channel. I might scan this and just make it this filigrees. This came out blah, ugly. I didn't like it, not at all. These lines are way too stiff. Again, a cursive hand. I know I keep moving the board. There we go, right there. This is the sweet spot. You know what? I'm just gonna go with a bubble. Feel to it. There we go. We'll drop that. There we go. All right, that's better. Not as stiff of a line. All right, let's see if I can make these lines work as well. I know this pencil up here doesn't, but let's try it. All right, let's see. We're just going to go over it with a very quick. This does not have to be pristine. And I'm going to embellish my own pencil. The final ink that I lay down here is what's going to matter for printing purposes and or scanning purposes. The pencil will in essence fade away. If we make a little bit of a mistake, that's okay. You just so you notice how I did that. Yeah, that line was too sharp. I try to avoid a lot of sharp lines.